You're listening to Spring River Chronicle. Audio on the go.
First National Banking Company. Get checking that pays with Super Plus Checking at FNBC.
Goodbye Film. Highland Wind says hello to digital. The theater will also become 3D capable when the switch is made. By Lauren Siebert. Highland Wind Cinema, located at the Highland Square Shopping Center in Highland, is going digital within the next few weeks, as the major companies in the filmmaking industry transition to the new technology, and end the distribution of actual film to theaters by 2013. Highland Wind Cinema manager Kenneth Mayer said the decision to switch from standard film to digital was not a decision he and his wife Charlotte made lightly. After considering the change over the last 3 years, Mayer decided now was the right time, in advance of the rest of the industry and especially before the summer season, to give the community something new to look forward to. Although there are several companies that will continue to distribute movies using film, Mayer noted, the companies we use produce the most family-oriented films and, for this area, that is what people want, Mayer said. We are very community-minded, and we know that our demographic is mostly school kids, families, and tourists. The Highland Wind prides itself on being a place where an entire family can come to enjoy a theater experience together. We realize that it's important to offer the community alternatives for weekend entertainment, and weekdays as well, Mayer stated. We also realize that it is easier on a family budget to come here rather than travel all the way to Batesville or Mountain Home to see a movie. We want to offer our community the best, Mayer said. The difference between film and digital is like the difference between a cassette player and a Bose sound system. The quality is just amazing. Not only will the quality of showings be greatly improved, but the all-around experience will benefit as well, Mayer noted, adding that the Highland Wind Cinema will also become 3D capable when the switch is made. Although the most visible investment was in the special silver screen necessary to show 3D movies, the digital quality will be evident in all movies. Everything about the quality of a digital showing is better. The picture and sound are just outstanding, Mayer said. Fortunately, the sound system required little upgrading, as the Dolby 5.0 surround system was already compatible with digital. Mayer plans to make the switch around mid-March or sooner, and it will take approximately 4 days to fully set up the new system. We have already ordered the equipment, now we have to wait for the crew to come in and set it up, Mayer said. They are currently working on another theater, and then they will be here. We plan to shut down on a Monday, and be ready to open Thursday night or, at the very latest, that Friday. The cost of a showing will be raised slightly, to help offset the cost of the new equipment, Mayer said, but what this means for the community is a whole new way to experience the movies locally, without needing to travel to see a digital or 3D movie. It's well worth it, Mayer said. We want to welcome everyone out to see the difference once the new system is set up, Mayer says. We're grateful for the community's support over the years and look forward to many more.
You're listening to Spring River Chronicle. Audio on the go.
First National Banking Company. Get checking that pays with Super Plus Checking at FNBC.
Escaped. Prisoner on CV work detail walks away. Court approved Mathis's extradition to Missouri earlier that morning, on a felony warrant for forgery. By Lauren Siebert. A prisoner of the Sharp County Sheriff's Department escaped the afternoon of February 8, while on work detail at the Cherokee Village Animal Shelter located on State Highway 289 in Cherokee Village. According to reports, Adam Leroy Mathis was on work detail as part of the Cherokee Village District Court's program to work off fines in lieu of payment, when he entered the restroom at the shelter, and allegedly shaved his head and beard to change his appearance. Mathis walked away from the detail and reportedly met with his wife, Allie Mathis, at an undisclosed location and escaped in a dark four-door car with apparent damage to the front and rear bumpers. Allegedly, Allie Mathis had come to visit her husband while he was on duty at the shelter, and deputies realized shortly thereafter that Adam Mathis had disappeared. Adam Mathis was sentenced earlier that morning to be extradited to Denon County, Missouri, where he currently has felony warrants for forgery. According to Sheriff Mark Counts of the Sharp County Sheriff's Department, they have received information which leads them to believe Adam and his wife Allie are in Missouri, and were last reportedly seen traveling along Interstate 44. As a result of the escape, Counts reported that Special Agent Wendell Gines, also with the Sharp County Sheriff's Department, filed charges against Adam Leroy Mathis for third-degree escape, a Class C felony. Gines also filed charges against Allie Mathis for being an accomplice, also a Class C felony. Sheriff Counts noted that the guard on duty has been found blameless, as nothing indicated she was aware of the plans to escape or the escape itself. The warrants have been entered into the Arkansas Crime Information Center (ACIC) for a nationwide extradition. At this time, the Sharp County Sheriff's Department is waiting for a response. "I believe they will be caught," Sheriff Counts said. "It is only a matter of time. If you have any information you believe would be helpful, please contact the Sharp County Sheriff's Department at 870-994-7329.
You're listening to Spring River Chronicle. Audio on the go.
First National Banking Company. Get checking that pays with Super Plus Checking at FNBC.
Hardy set in stone against vandals. Not only is it a community hazard for signs to go missing, but it is also an added expense to the city. By Lauren Siebert. After experiencing multiple street sign thefts in rural Hardy over the past several years, the city has devised a plan to eliminate the problem. According to Mayor Nina Thornton, the city has had numerous street signs stolen or damaged over the years. With the thefts and vandalism increasing recently, the city of Hardy has incurred greater expense to replace those signs. "Usually our signs are taken more during the summer than any other time," Mayor Thornton said. "However, lately, it's been increasing." Mayor Thornton recalled an incident where, after a previous rash of thefts, Hardy Police Chief Ernie Rose was able to track down and apprehend the juveniles responsible in that case. More than 15 signs were recovered, but restitution had to be paid for any that were damaged or missing. What may not be immediately apparent is the cost to public safety. When signage is removed from its proper place, it can put citizens in danger. The signs are there to mark a specific area, and are designed not only for everyone to know where they are as a convenience, but especially so they can communicate their location to 911 in the event of an emergency. Mayor Thornton explained that the city is well aware of the value to public safety, and so works diligently to keep signage posted and in the best condition possible. "I just don't understand why anyone would steal a sign," Mayor Thornton said. "It makes it really dangerous for our people, because if our ambulance or fire services go there and there is no signage, it can waste precious time trying to find and help whoever is in need." Not only is it a community hazard for signs to go missing, but it is also an added expense to the city. Each sign, depending on length, can cost anywhere from $25 to $50 each, and that is just for the sign itself, without counting any damage to the post and fixtures. The cost per sign may not sound like much, but when you have to replace the post and the signs, especially if there is more than one sign on a post, Mayor Thornton noted, it can add up to a considerable expense. It usually costs over $100 to replace the entire thing. When you have an average of 15 to 20 signs going missing, that's an extra $2,000 the city must come up with. Mayor Thornton says she believes she may have found a solution to prevent the signs from being stolen. "I started trying to think of something that someone couldn't tear up or steal," Mayor Thornton said. "I remembered these big boulders that were located near my house, and began thinking about other places I had seen that used rocks to post their streets." In response to the most recent vandalism, Mayor Thornton says she's already taken action. The two boulders she saw near her home, approximately 2.5 feet tall by 3 feet wide and each weighing over a ton, have now found a new residence serving as signage at a nearby intersection that had been vandalized recently, and that the mayor hopes will withstand the abuse. "Someone can't pick up a 2-ton rock. You're not going to steal it, and you probably wouldn't take a backhoe down there," Mayor Thornton said. "So, I decided if we could stencil the street names on those huge rocks, then all they can do is graffiti them and we could just clean it off and redo it if that were to happen. If there are any further acts of vandalism to the street signs," Mayor Thornton stated, "I know where there are more rocks."
You're listening to Spring River Chronicle. Audio on the go.
First National Banking Company. Get checking that pays with Super Plus Checking at FNBC.
Arkansas legislators calling for debt relief. Arkansas to join North Dakota and Louisiana with resolution to call for the United States Constitutional Convention. By Lauren Siebert. A group of Arkansas state legislators met at Capitol Hill in Little Rock February 9 to announce the filing of Senate Joint Resolution 1 for the 2012 fiscal session, according to State Senator Jason Rapert, offered by the Arkansas General Assembly. The resolution calls for a National Amendments Convention, bypassing the usual path through Congress, to propose a national debt relief amendment. Rapert also noted that he had already received clearance that, because SJR1 is a resolution and not a bill, it does not require a two-thirds vote to be heard, and will only require 18 votes to pass the Arkansas Senate. Currently 16 senators, 15 Republicans and 1 Democrat have signed on to the resolution. According to Representative Linda Colton Smith, the NDRA will be proposed under Article 5 of the United States Constitution. While all amendments to the United States Constitution thus far have relied on the United States Congress to propose the amendment, Article 5 does allow for state legislatures to bypass Congress, if two-thirds of the state legislatures 34 pass the same resolution. Article 5 states, in part, that Congress can be bypassed, on the application of the legislatures of two-thirds of the several states, shall call a convention for proposing amendments. Currently 22 state legislatures are considering such resolutions, but Arkansas would be the third in the nation to pass it, joining North Dakota and Louisiana. Assuming the convention is successful in proposing an amendment, that amendment would still need to be ratified by 38 state legislatures, also described in Article 5, which, in either case, shall be valid to all intents and purposes, as part of this Constitution, when ratified by the legislatures of 3/4 of the several states, or by conventions in 3/4 thereof, as the one or the other mode of ratification may be proposed by the Congress, although the exact wording of the amendment would be determined by the convention. It is likely that a current NDRA bill, before Congress, would serve as a model. House Joint Resolution 99, of the United States Congress, states, an increase in the federal debt requires approval from a majority of the legislatures of the several states. Effectively, this would take away Congress' authority to increase the debt limit, sharing that authority with the combined will of a majority of the state legislatures. Rapert explained, in response to a question at the press conference, this says that you can raise the federal debt ceiling, but you have to have 26 states agree to continue to carry us over that cliff. With the skyrocketing federal debt passing $15 trillion, along with Congress' demonstrated inability to rein in its reliance on debt, Senator Rapert stated, the wisdom of moving the approval authority out of Washington, D.C. has resonated in a bipartisan call for the amendment within the state legislatures. According to Representative Smith, by joining the effort to call for the NDRA, Arkansas will be giving power back to the people on a level closer to home. This was a historic day, Smith said. We are excited for things to come, and will continue to fight for the people of Arkansas.
Thanks for listening to Spring River Chronicle Audio on the Go. Be sure to subscribe to the paper and check us out online at myspringriver.com.